Imagine for a moment, what if tomorrow never came? What if today was your last chance to do everything you've always wanted to do? How would you spend it? Would you worry about your fears and doubts? Or would you live with purpose, chasing the dreams you've been putting off for years? These aren't just hypothetical questions. This is the mindset behind live as if you were to die tomorrow. It's a call to live with urgency, purpose, and passion, because life is fleeting, and none of us know how much time we truly have. But what if we could use this urgency to fuel our success, to live more meaningfully and boldly? In this video, we'll explore how embracing the urgency of life can lead to extraordinary success, personal fulfillment, and a legacy worth remembering. Stick with me. This is going to change the way you live. Part 1, the urgency of life. Let's be honest. Most of us live as if we have all the time in the world. We say things like, I'll start that business next year, or one day I'll write that book, travel the world, or follow my passion. But here's the hard truth. There is no guarantee of tomorrow. The only time we are truly given is right now. This is the core of the message. Live as if you were to die tomorrow, not to instill fear, but to remind you of the urgency of life. Every day is an opportunity, a precious moment to do something meaningful, to work on your dreams, and to create the life you've always wanted. Let me ask you, how would your life change if you embraced this idea fully? Would you stop procrastinating? Would you let go of fear and self-doubt? Most importantly, would you start living with passion, knowing that every second counts? Consider the great innovators, artists, and leaders who changed the world. They lived with this urgency. Steve Jobs once said, "Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life." This mindset didn't just drive his success, it fueled his bold decisions and fearless creativity. Part 2. How urgency fuels success. So how can living with this sense of urgency lead to success? When you live as if tomorrow isn't guaranteed, you stop waiting for the right time to pursue your goals. You act now. You understand that failure is just part of the process, but regret is something you can't afford. Let's break it down. 1. Clarity of purpose. When time feels limited, you become incredibly clear on what really matters. You no longer waste time on trivial things that don't serve your purpose. Instead, you focus on your most important goals, the ones that make you feel alive. 2. Elimination of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. These are the chains that hold most people back. But when you live with the understanding that life is short, those fears start to dissolve. Why? Because you realize that playing it safe means never truly living. Boldness replaces fear when you recognize the fleeting nature of life. 3. Increased action. Living with urgency pushes you to take action. The phrase, "I'll do it tomorrow," disappears from your vocabulary. Instead, you start asking yourself, why not today? Why not right now? This leads to consistent progress, and as we all know, progress is the key to success. Imagine this. An entrepreneur who constantly delays launching their business idea because they're waiting for the perfect moment will never start. But the one who acts, even with imperfections, is the one who moves closer to success every single day. That's the power of urgency. Part 3. Living with urgency doesn't mean recklessness. Now let's clear something up. Living as if you were to die tomorrow doesn't mean being reckless or making impulsive decisions. It's not about throwing caution to the wind or abandoning responsibility. Instead, it's about living intentionally. When you live with urgency, you prioritize what's truly important: your relationships, your passions, your growth. You make thoughtful decisions, but you also understand that you don't have endless time to act on them. This balance between urgency and intentionality is what drives meaningful success. Consider relationships. How often do we take the people we love for granted, assuming we'll always have time to say that we care, to make amends, or to simply be present? Living with urgency encourages us to cherish those connections now, to have those important conversations today, not tomorrow. Part 4. How to apply this mindset to your life. So how can you apply this mindset to your own life? Here are a few practical steps to start living with urgency and purpose. 1. Ask yourself the big questions. Reflect on what you'd do if today were your last day. What dreams would you pursue? Who would you spend your time with? What would you let go of? Use these questions to clarify your priorities. 2. Start small, but start now. You don't have to make huge changes overnight. Begin by taking one small step toward your goals each day. Whether it's writing one page of that book, reaching out to a mentor, or simply taking the first step, it's the consistent action that counts. 3. Set deadlines for your dreams. We set deadlines for work projects, but rarely for our personal goals. Set a date for when you want to achieve your dreams. This creates a sense of urgency and accountability, pushing you to act instead of waiting for someday. 4. Eliminate distractions. Living with urgency means cutting out the unnecessary. Identify what's wasting your time, whether it's mindless scrolling on social media, toxic relationships, or unimportant tasks, and refocus on what truly matters. Life's urgency is not something to fear, it's a gift. It's a reminder that every day is an opportunity to live fully, to work toward your dreams, and to create a life of purpose and success. Remember, live as if you were to die tomorrow. Because when you live with that kind of passion and urgency, success is no longer a distant goal. It becomes your everyday reality. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more inspiring content, and share how you plan to start living with urgency in the comments below. Your journey to success begins now.